Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. We got three, fellas, we got three. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Mike 45. Hey, here I come. Lock in. 36.
Yep.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Second. 180. 11Z. Hey, Foxtrot.
Luck on 1st down. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. Give him a couple on the... Catch at 2nd and 8.
To Chris Godwin. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check it back. Check 43.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Alert.
Stay 12. 55.
Hey, let's go.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
Hey, check.
Now Luck. Open man has got one. It's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 44-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch out.
Hey, check.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the curl.
Throwing his love toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
They can't hang with us.
11.
Let's go.
Hey, exit.
55, my God, 55. He can't hang.
Out of the gun, Luck. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
3 buzz. No. Off.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Go! 180!
54. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Switch.
Alert!
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, Charlie!
You're not ready. Mike's 5-4.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Open man there is Patterson, complete. Cordero Patterson. 30. 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Cordero Patterson, 87 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So let's see, that was 3rd and 2. They hit the... Well, let's get a little more than the first down, all the way into the end zone.
And I know this is the NFL, and 3rd and 2 isn't necessarily a rundown. I think most of the time you play it as a passing down. But you can disguise it a little bit, right? You can show heavy run formation, make it look that way, and still throw the football effectively, as we just saw there. And he's still running, isn't he?
He stopped now, and he got 6 points for it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
Complete to Chris Godwin. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mostert. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Luck. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
This is Mostert. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the Bears' 47-yard line.
General West.
Come on. You better bring it. Mike 5-5. Mike 53.
Looking to throw on second down. Luck. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Raheem Mostert, 42 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Alert, 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 alert.
45.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first.
You alert, 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 alert.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Danny.
Hey, orbit.
Check mic 45. Check mic 45. I got it. Check.
Red, tuck.
Check. 45's the mic.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
That's trash. That's trash. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Smooth.
Here we go. 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Hey, watch the leg.
Let's go. Hey, we got mic number 53.
Hey, 18.
I got it.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Mostert. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Check 55 to Mike.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Pilot, 64, weak. Watching you five. 12. Mike, 55. Hey, wahoo. Man out.
From the gun, here's Locke. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Hey. Tighten up.
Move.
45 to Mike. In your face.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now Mostert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Let's go, Mexico.
Slam. Check three. Rush in. Check three. Go ahead. Check. Watch the ship. Hey,
On second down, it's Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
switch.
They'll run it with Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Check. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
674.
6 man. Check cross.
They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Barber. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6.
54. Mike 54.
Trubisky will throw. And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Check out. Right, 622.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
12.
55.
Hey, Delta.
I'm coming. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
11.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
Throwing on second down. Luck. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, Zoo.
Check right. Watch 55. Watch QB drop.
Again, Luck. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Check 4.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Raheem Mostert. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Cordell Patterson. Touchdown, Bears. I know a lot of speculation away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Now it's Trubisky. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Quick dash, quick dash. Here we go. Kill.
They don't give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Mike 55. Let's go, D. Showing up. 12. Kill. Turn up. 11 V.
To throw his line. He'll get it in the hands of Clark. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
55.
Luck now to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
You. Hey, check right. Hey, switch up.
Hey, seam 6.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Lund. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked off by Leonard Floyd. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull the playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off at the 33. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
36, Buccaneers 15.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Hatchet. Slam.
Strong right.
Check. Lucky.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Whoa.
Now Luck. He's got it complete to Clark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First down, Buccaneers.
Luck now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 31 yards there and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Switch gears, switch gears. Watch the edge. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Slam, slam, slam.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Check 31, check 31.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Joker, 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 joker. Watch safety three.
They'll run it with Jones. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, 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 check.
They try again with Cohen. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Double dog.
Go, go.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
X3, 218, chop.
11Z.
5, 5.
Mike 5-5. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
Now a first down throw. Lock. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 50-yard line.
12. Hey, Foxtrot. Mexico.
55 is my guy, 55.
Don't get nervous. Hey, check.
From the 50, it's locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
12.
Deuce. 36. Check 26.
11.
3rd and long, it's locked. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
12.
55. Hey, eat.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. On.
Check the backer. Check.
Here we go on 4th. Lock. And it is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down to come up empty. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Play action. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make someone miss in the open field.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
He's coming, double up.
Alert.
45 to Mike.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's taken in at the 9. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Hey, Charlie!
On first down, it's Locke. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. 7 yards there and a first down.
He was getting down at 4. A gain of 7. First down, Buccaneers.
Hey, Orbit!
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the run.
Luck on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? 11. Give me some. Here we go.
2nd and 10, Luck again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Again, it's Cohen. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Mike, spot 4.
Hey, wahoo!
I got you, son.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big stop, P. Big stop. Let's go.
And they will take a knee here.
Trubisky on the keeper.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Chicago, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner Austin Seibert to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
It's on 80. Check. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Pistol. 49. Check 49. Point it right. Watch out.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34.
King. Hurry.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. It's a gain of 10 and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And the Browns first down.
Real.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Hurry. Watch out.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
Mike. 180. Run. Pistol.
That's gotta be a long day.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line.
6-6, pull it high.
Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike the 50.
Hurry.
Watch the twist.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
All day, baby.
So that'll back him up 5.
That's it.